Hi, have you ever wanted to publish your very own ebook? Well, I'm Mel Waller, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to create your very first ebook in 30 days or less. In fact, you could do it in if you got the time, you could do it in a week or less. You could do it in a couple of days. It's not that difficult. I'm going to show you a very simple process, and once you get that first ebook published, or even done, even before you publish it, then you'll be able to go and be able to take more steps, be able to do more with your ebook, and you can start doing one ebook after the other, and it doesn't cost anything to put them up on Amazon for sale, which is fantastic. And there are other places where you can also publish your ebooks. And from there, you can go ahead and you could publish books. Very simple. But it's all about, we don't know what we don't know. And so I'm hoping to provide you the information here to get started. And I currently have 279 ebooks on Amazon. And I have 1,166 book titles in print. And they never go out of print. They're there forever. So it's amazing. Okay, so here we are with create your first ebook in 30 days or less. Are you ready to create your first ebook? Well, let's go. Come down here, and I already created this course on Kajabi, but I'm not going to use Kajabi just yet. So I'm using their trial membership, and it was fairly simple to create this course. And but Kajabi is a bit expensive, I think, but I think it's worth it because I use a lot of I have a lot of course programs from T. Harv Eker, and he hosts them on Kajabi, so I use it as a consumer from that aspect, and I really like how everything flows together. Okay, so go to welcome aboard. Okay, and here we can see these are a couple of these are actually a couple of covers of my books, but I've also done them as ebooks too. And what I'm going to concentrate on with this course for you is we're going to do quote books. And here you see I did Living in the Now, 101 quotes. Never Give Up, 101 inspirational quotes. Living with Passion is another one that I've done. And quote books are very easy to do. They're very simple, and that's why I'm going to start with this. So, welcome to create your first ebook in 30 days or less. This mini course should be used as a guide and starting place to get your first or 20th ebook off the ground and published on Amazon or other publishers if you desire. Are you ready to create your very first ebook? Okay, and here we can see this, and this course I created a couple of weeks ago because I'm on their trial membership, and I've already added 4 more titles to the book titles that I have in print. I'm up to 1,166 now. I'm going to take you through the steps and show you what you need to do to create your own ebook in 30 days or less. Alrighty, so let's get started right up there in lesson 1. I did not do the ebook of Think and Grow Rich, but I have actually published the public domain book. There are a lot of them are copyrighted out there, but the very first book that Napoleon Hill did in 1937 is in the public domain, and I have reprinted that, and that's just a cover of that. Okay, what is an ebook? An ebook is an electronic book available in digital form. It can be text, images, or both. An ebook can be read on a PC, laptop, Mac, tablet, cell phone, or other electronic devices. An ebook can be an electronic version of a printed book, but that is not necessary. It can be a stand-alone product. Our focus will be on ebooks for the purposes of this training. An ebook can be any size from 1 page to thousands of pages. And there again, you'll have to look on the various sites and see what their requirements are, what the restrictions might be. I have an ebook selling on Amazon that is only 3 pages long. And it has been selling consistently month after month since 2009. So that's 13 years. It's 2022 right now. And I recently looked to see how much. So it's 3 pages long. It sells for 99 cents. Wow. But I'm making 35, and it's public domain content, and I'm making 35 cents for every ebook that sells. Well, I just checked recently here, and I have earned, over the life of that ebook, I've earned $1,709 for a 3-page ebook. Is that good or good? I think it's great, yes? An ebook can consist of strictly original content, public domain content, or a combination of both. Isn't public domain text content just from old books? What value would they have? Public domain text from books in the USA, where I am based, for example, would include all books published before 1923. Many old books still have valuable content for readers, so yes, they still have value today. You'll see a number of movies that you watch on the big screen or on TV. Those stories come from public domain books. You look at like War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. Those were written a long time ago. And so the movie producers, they don't have to pay any royalties for the original book. It's in the public domain. And so they take that and they adapt that, and on they go. What is currently public domain content is going to vary from country to country, as copyright laws are different in each country. But that's fairly simple to Google and find out that information for yourself. When researching public domain text, you can also find modern public domain content such as U.S. government documents and images. Especially the U.S. government, a lot of that is public domain. Even though it might have been published just this year, it's already public domain. But again, you have to research that and make sure. Again, do the research first so you can learn what you can use and give appropriate credit when necessary. Selling public domain books is possible, but not as easy online as far as selling on Amazon. Amazon has many rules regarding public domain content, but especially on their ebooks. If it's not unique, they're no longer going to accept it. They did in the beginning, but they no longer. So if something's already up there, and you can search Amazon, see what's selling, but if the title and if that's not on Amazon, there you go. There you have a possibility to submit that. They'll probably ask, to prove that it's public domain content, it's not copyrighted, and you do that, and boom, there you go. You got your book. But there's plenty you can do. You can write your own material as well. So, and yeah, I haven't been pleased in the past with their support they offer, so I had stopped adding public domain ebooks to Amazon. But I may start that up again. My publishing is on and off again over the years, and I recently started adding more books, and actually it's been a lot easier to deal with their current support system, their support team. So I'm taking advantage of that now while it's good. I prefer to sell them on my own sites or offer them for free and with affiliate marketing. I can see all kinds of uses for my ebooks, including turning them into books. What can you do with an ebook? You can sell it, for one thing. I have hundreds of ebooks currently selling on Amazon. You could also sell it directly to your customers via your email list or website. You can also give it away for whatever reason. You could offer it as a free gift or bonus to collect someone's email address to add them to your list. And then as you email them, you can promote other offers, other things, and be earning money that way. You could also publish it on your own website as a resource. I no longer have this resource library website where I post complete text of books and have it set up so they cannot be copied by readers. You're only limited by your imagination what you can do with them. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is a classic book that is just as popular today as ever. It has helped create many millionaires up to the present day. Well, the 1937 edition of the book is in the public domain. All other editions remain under copyright. I have used Think and Grow Rich as a free offer book before, since it clearly has value and is popular. You just turn the ebook into a PDF file. Others are using the public domain edition as well. I have also used original content and taken individual chapters of a book and made each into an ebook to sell at low cost or give for free to create more interest in my book when it is completed. Do you see what I mean about you're only limited by your imagination? Sometimes if I'm writing a new ebook, I'll write a chapter at a time and then I'll release that chapter on Amazon and I'll include it in their program where, they'll promote it. They might allow people to get it at a special price. They might allow some people to get it for free. And that way you're already creating an interest in your book before you've fully written it. And then I'll do chapter 2 and then I'll put that on Amazon and then I'll do chapter 3 and on and on. And then you can always remove those ebooks when you've completed the entire ebook if you so desire. That's totally up to you again. There are various formats that an ebook could come in. A PDF file is still very popular and easy for anyone to create. For example, once you create a document in Word, which is you're going to be using Word or Office or something to create your ebook, click on File in the upper left, then Save As. Right below the file name, there is a Save As type. You see, you got Save As Word document, but you could also choose Save as a PDF file. They have many different selections there. And voila, now you have an ebook. You probably noticed there were many other formats available as well. Okay, on to lesson 2, where we're going to actually create an ebook. There we go. Okay, this here is actually the ebook and book that I created. It's Kindness 101 Quotes. So I believe you're going to be amazed at how simple this is going to be. From start to finish, you and I are going to create a quotes ebook. If you don't want to be selling it on Amazon or something like that, that's fine. You can do whatever you want with it. In fact, you could just do it just for the exercise of creating an ebook, and then you've got the experience and more knowledge to go ahead and create the type of ebook that you would like to do. So again, you could go back and read through all the training first and then come back. But this is what I did, and I did this 30-day challenge on another educational platform that I use. So I chose doing a quotes ebook as it is a fast and simple way to create an ebook. Once you have done this, the next ones you do on your own are all the same principles, and you will have practical experience, which will give you added confidence. creating an ebook is similar to creating a book, but easier. You don't need to worry about page formatting, adding page numbers, or getting an ISBN number, which refers to International Standard Book Number. An ISBN looks like this. It'll say ISBN, colon, and then it has the number that on Amazon will assign you a free ISBN in the process of setting up your book. And again, for an ebook, you don't need it. For books, you do. And for books, Amazon will also give you a free ISBN number. So it's costing you nothing. If you wanted to have your book published with another publisher or printer, and I also use Lightning Source ink, then I have to provide my own ISBN. And I purchase them. Usually I purchase 10 at a time, so it's a lot cheaper, a lot less expensive, and gradually I use them up. But we're doing an ebook here today. You will usually find that on the second page of a book, after the title page, is where you'd find that ISBN normally. But we're not going to have that here, so that's not going to be a problem. I've already done 3 quotes books that I sell on Amazon, but I will create my 4th one right here to show you how simple this is and a reminder to myself. You can do quote books on any similar themed quotes that you want to. So the first thing you will need to do is choose what your quote theme will be. I am going to choose kindness as my theme. I am thinking 101 quotes will be fine for this. Your theme could be on anything: happiness, inspirational, motivational, passion, educational, etc. If you need more ideas on this, then go to Amazon and search quotes book, just that. And it'll bring up plenty for you to look at and see what's already out there. And you'll find hundreds of them, and they're there, and that might trigger an idea for you. You could also Google it. Plenty of ways to get ideas. What's something related to your niche that might be good? I also heard that's pronounced niche, but I'm going to pronounce it niche, like rich. So by now, so take the time. You pause this, take the time, search that out, decide what your quotes book is going to be about. Okay. By now, you may have already reviewed the entire training and have accepted the 30-day challenge to create your own ebook, and hopefully you have selected a quotes theme. Mine is kindness. The title of my ebook will be Kindness: 101 Inspirational Quotes by Mel Waller. Life Transformation Publishing, that's one of my publishing names that I use. Copyright 2022, Mel Waller. If I was doing that, if I was publishing that this year, that would be the year I would put in there. Now, you do not need a publishing name. You could simply have by your name. Okay? But, that's it. I've done lots of books, lots of ebooks. And so I may take, I don't have it currently now, but I could take all my books that I published with Life Transformation Publishing. I could go ahead and get a lifetransformationpublishing.com domain name, and I could set up an e-commerce site and sell my books all there, so, and then because as people buy books, they're also going to see where it was published, and they may go there and purchase more. Just a thought. So after I have the title page, I normally include some information about my publishing company. Again, if it was a book, you'd have the ISBN there. But here I could just put, you could put your publishing name here. So I would have Life Transformation Publishing. If my website was up, I'd have www.lifetransformationpublishing.com, specializing in inspirational books just for you, as an example. Next normally would be the contents or table of contents. But since this is a book of quotes, we don't need this. See how simple this is getting to be? And it's not that hard to put a table of contents in an ebook or a book. So we're skipping this part because I want you to get the basics and have a good understanding of this and get your first ebook done. Now, something though a person could do, you might have an ebook of inspirational quotes, let's say. And maybe you want to have for your table of contents, you want to have inspirational quotes for each day of the year. And you're going to have monthly. So you'd have January, February, March, April as your chapters in your table of contents. So that's always a possibility. All kinds of possibilities. So again, we're not doing that for this book. But here I did include a dedication page. And of course, an ebook just flows together. So you don't have like a big block page and another block page. It's just going to flow together. So it's especially easy to read on a cell phone or a mobile device. So my dedication, I dedicate this book to my WA Wealthy Affiliate family who inspire and encourage me every day. I especially dedicate this ebook to the Wealthy Affiliate members who have accepted the 30-day challenge to create their own ebook for their own purposes. Thank you all so much. Mel Waller. Short and sweet. So kindness quotes are what I'm after. I do plan to come up with some original quotes of my own in the process to add to my book, and that is not essential for your ebook. And now my disclaimer. I am not offering any legal advice regarding quotes. There is plenty of confusion online for and against using quotes. Every country has their own copyright laws, including fair use. I decided to look online once again, and I am surprised by the ambiguity, even from law firms. I will quote from Circular 33 from the U.S. Copyright Office. Names, titles, short phrases, words, and short phrases such as names, titles, and slogans are not copyrightable because they contain an insufficient amount of authorship. The office will not register individual words or brief combinations of words, even if the word or short phrase is novel, distinctive, or lends itself to a play on words. Examples of names, titles, and short phrases that do not contain a sufficient amount of creativity to support a claim in copyright include works not protected by copyright, the name of an individual, including pseudonyms, pen names, or stage names, the title or subtitle of a work, such as a book, song, pictorial, graphic, or sculptural work, the name of a business or organization, the name of a band or performing group, the name of a product or service, a domain name or URL, the name of a character, catchwords or catchphrases, mottos, slogans, and other short expressions. Sorry for the legalese, but I felt it would be remiss if I didn't bring it up. Now, if the quote is from a public domain work, there's no problem, and always it's best practice to give credit to the author when known. If you're concerned about this, then just create the ebook for your own private use. But at least you've gone through and you've created an ebook. A quote to me is a short expression, not under copyright. But again, I am not a legal expert, so feel free to do your own diligence on this. Like I said, I have these other books. They're published. I have them copyrighted. With that out of the way, let's begin compiling quotes. I am going to use 101 quotes for my ebook. I will go to Mr. G, Google, and do a search for kindness quotes. Google search, about 154,000 results. Goodreads has 3,203 kindness quotes all by itself. I like to go through as many as possible, selecting the very best ones to use from wherever. Reading them can also trigger potential quotes from me, which I will also include in my kindness quotes ebook. It's best not to just copy and then paste an entire list of quotes. Even though the quotes each on their own might be free to use, put together as a collection the way they are is copyrightable, and that's why we can copyright our book. So you don't want to do that. Pick them out individually. Mix them up in your book, however. According to smallbusiness.cron.com, the process of obtaining copyright registration for a collection of works is generally similar to standard copyright registration procedures. When copyrighting a collection, you need to show your collection is eligible for registration to select a single title to encompass the entire collection. The main benefit of copyrighting a collection of works is that it allows you to save money on filing fees. The fee for registering a collection is the same as the fee for registering a single work. Copyright registration is not necessary for copyright protection. Any work eligible for copyright protection, including a collection, is technically copyrighted as soon as it is fixed in a tangible medium, eBook, book. However, copyright registration provides many benefits, such as the ability to assign the collection to a third party and the ability to sue for statutory damages, attorney fees, and court costs. And that's up to you if you register. Many of my books are not registered at all. I'm not worried about it. I've never registered any of my copyrighted works. To me, it's a waste of money spent. Perhaps if I write an awesome book someday, I might consider it. And again, that is probably different in every country. So check your own laws. Many of the books I've written, and to me, I consider miscellaneous. They're not that important to me. I have other books that I wish to write based on my own experience in life and things I've learned, and I may very well have them registered. Have you come up with a list of quotes for your ebook or on your theme? If you need to pause, take time, and go ahead and put together all of your quotes for however many quotes you're going to do in the book. And I see many books that are around 100, so you could do that. If you're going to do one for every day of the year, well, that's 365, 366 quotes you'll need. It's totally up to you. I use Windows Open Office Writer to save all my quotes I selected in a random fashion. You can use a Word document to do this. And when I finish, since I have it, I will probably put everything into Adobe InDesign and then export it to a PDF file. And I'll have my ebook to use as I wish. I use Adobe InDesign is what I personally use for my books. I do not plan to send my ebook to Amazon, but I might create a paperback book and submit it to Amazon. I'm not sure yet. I have been focusing on creating this training first. And right off the top of my head, I don't know if I did I think I did. Because I think they at first objected, and then I resubmitted it, and they accepted it. Okay, so here's my actual, all the quotes that I used in my book. And I'm not going to go read them all through. I'll just kind of do this, and you could pause if you wanted to read them. And then I'll do another section of them if you want to pause, if you want to read them. And I'll kind of do it this way. Now see, here's one that I wrote. My legacy is to have the love I give out to continue to ripple through time and space forever. Remember, this is kindness quotes. That was one of them that I came up with. Go through here. You can pause if you wish. And again. And if you don't know who the author, if you searched online and cannot find out who is the person who said that, or it's unclear, then you would just put anonymous or unknown or anonymous. That's up to you. You know, I chose ones that they just resonated with me. There's one that was unknown. Kindness is free. Sprinkle it everywhere. And we'll keep scrolling down through here. So you see, it's not that hard. Oh, I guess I only had one quote in that book. So there's 101 quotes. Now, again, when you do an ebook, it's gonna read pretty much just like this in an ebook for people. In a book, what I did is I took so it's 101 quotes. So I took each quote and put it one per page. So there's 101 pages. And then, of course, I increased the size of the font so it's very readable, very clear, centered it on each page, and published it as is with my title page and my information afterwards. So you've got a good 104, 106 page book if you did it that way. And books are always going to be even number pages. Okay, so you can go ahead and do that if you wish, and I'll have some more information on the next lesson. Lesson 3. There we go. Are you still with me? Congratulations on coming this far and building perhaps your very first ebook to sell or give away. You know, if you get selling it, that's the beginning of passive income. And there is nothing better than passive income. So I'm handing out to you now organic sugar-free cookies and milk to everyone. And I'm going to speak to passive income. I started this very, very part-time. Published my first book around the year 2000. And it's amazing, you know, once it's done, once it's out there selling, and then you got that income coming in for work that you did previously. Like I said, that 3-page ebook that I did, and I've earned $1,709 so far. Can you imagine how much work it took me to do a 3-page ebook? I'd probably have to say less than an hour for sure. And yet I've made $1,709 from that. Some ebooks may not do well at all. You know, it's who knows. But the more you do, the more that's out there, the more income comes in. And for me, since September of 2014, I have been living on my passive income. No longer had to work for somebody else. Just my passive income, and I can continue to add more books, add more ebooks, build courses like I'm starting to do now. I'm going to be creating a workshop, and that's one thing I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be creating a workshop based on this information to start training people, and then if they want more information, more details, if they want one-on-one coaching, if they need to be held by the hand, if they want to learn how to do books, then I can branch out, I can upsell, I can have other ways to promote that and do that. So that's where I'm headed. What about promos? There's nothing to stop you from promoting yourself or your business in your ebook or book. Now I have an update farther down the page here regarding advertising in your book on Amazon. They've got some rules on that. So you're going to want to look on that, but you should be able to, you know, include a little something. But I assume that some people have just massively had advertising in their book, and Amazon doesn't want that, because as people figured that out, they're not going to be purchasing it, and that isn't helping Amazon's bottom line either. So you can place your promo in the front, a third of the way in the ebook, or halfway inside, or at the back of the ebook, or a combination thereof. I have read somewhere that nearer to the front is better in case the reader does not read the whole book or ebook. He was still able to catch your promo advertisement, and then maybe he contacted you, he went to the website, he did whatever you're attempting to promote. Maybe you're sharing your social media. Maybe he went and you know, joined your Facebook group, your Twitter, or your Instagram, or whatever. You could add on an author's page and list any other ebooks and books you publish. You might as well, promote what else you're doing. If they like what you have now created, whatever it is that they're reading at that time, they might be very well interested in other work that you have done. If I'm just going to give it away, then I don't worry about creating a cover for the ebook. If you're submitting it to Amazon, they can take your Word document and convert it to an ebook on their site, and you can create a cover with one of their many templates that they have. It's pretty simple. Or you can create your own cover. You could use Canva to create it for free. You could go to Fiverr and pay someone to create the cover, get the submit it according to the guidelines, get that information from Amazon or wherever you want to have it published, and then they'll do that, and then you submit that. 99% of the time, I have used a cover template from Amazon, and I use the same one each time as a way to brand my book. So if somebody sees that cover, then that kind of clicks that it's one of mine. So they may recognize it as one of mine, when they see the cover, even if it's a public domain book by a different title author. That's just how I do it. If you submit it to Amazon as your own work, Amazon may challenge whether this belongs to you or not. They did that on one of my quotes ebooks submitted a few years ago, and we just go round and round until they accept it. Their customer service back then wasn't highly trained at all, in my opinion, and they don't understand public domain content very well either. That has been one of the most frustrating parts in dealing with Amazon for me. But again, they've improved a lot since then. So right now I'm starting to send material their way. But you certainly can give away your ebook. Since you have the copyright for this work, you can also submit it to other sites. You don't have to be exclusive with Amazon unless you're on their one of their programs, and they require exclusivity for the time that you have it there. I think the first one's like 90 days. But after that 90 days, then if you wanted to not have it be exclusive, then you cancel that. You could still be selling it on Amazon, but then you could also be selling it on Barnes & Noble or Smashwords or something like that. But if you search submit your ebook to sell, you will find many sites that you can submit your ebook to sell on. Be sure to read their rules so you don't have any conflict between sites. I know the Amazon has rules about pricing your book anywhere else, so check that out first. If you created your ebook on Word, you can have it converted to a PDF so you can distribute, send the PDF file to others yourself, because you're going to have that PDF file right on your computer. You should now, once you've completed these steps and put together your work, have an ebook that you can use however you wish to. To me, more importantly, you can move forward and create more ebooks to use. There certainly are things I did not cover in this tutorial, such as if you had an ebook with a table of contents and chapters, hyperlinking them to the chapters in the ebook, so it makes it easier for people to move around in the ebook on their phone and such. Even if you don't submit it to KDP Amazon, they have a lot of good information about how to do the various steps, and that information is free. Take advantage of that if you will. I hope this is of benefit to you. Now, here's an update about what happened. I started my book for this, and after pasting it here in the Word document I was using to Adobe InDesign, some spaces disappeared connecting words and such. So it's important to proof your work again in such cases. Anytime you make changes, you should look it over very carefully. It was easy to reformat that. Also, if you're considering publishing as a book, my book here, for example, would only be about 36 pages if it's an ebook. But by spreading out the quotes, I can create a book about 100 pages. And I told you I took each quote and I made them 1 page per quote. It's something to consider. Okay, And then on the one quote per page for the books, centered on the page, the quote was, I use a size 24 font. It gave me a 108-page book, which I submitted to Amazon to be published. That was on September 11th, 2020. Okay, another August 14th, 2020. They talk about their advertising. You may not include in any book any advertisements or other content that is primarily intended to advertise or promote products or services. Okay, and then and it sounds pretty vague to me because I purchase and read many ebooks by well-known authors, and there's always at least one page something promoting, the publisher, their titles, something. So are they saying no ads, or are they saying the book just can't be about promoting things? I have hundreds of books where in the back pages I list other titles I have published. I've never had a problem. And thank you very much for the opportunity to serve you here. Another update. KDP challenged my paperback version of my quotes book that I did here. And this is part of the email they sent me. In order to publish the books, please complete one of the following options within 5 days. Option 1. If you hold the publishing rights for your books, confirm your rights by resubmitting the books for publishing. So that's all I did. I resubmitted my quotes book and it was accepted. See below, your paperback book is available on the Amazon store. Congratulations, your paperback Kindness 101 Quotes, large print edition, snip, snip. They accepted it, and because I'm using large font, I publish it as a large print edition, which is good. You got the baby boomers who are certainly buying a lot of large print books, easier for them to read. So it's finally accepted. It's up to you if you decide to try and have a paperback version of your book published. Please do not order a copy of mine. Seriously. This has only been provided as part of this tutorial and to encourage you to publish and hold your own copy in your hands. To our success, Mel Waller, I really hope you've enjoyed this. I really hope you go through and create your own ebook, whether you publish it or not, and then it takes you to the next step, creating others, writing a more extensive book, having your table of contents, and everything. Okay? Great. Feel free to contact me if you go ahead and do this, and what was your experience? I would really appreciate the feedback. So with that, I will let you go for now. Have a great day, a great week. To our success again. This is Mel Waller. Thank you.